That served as my whole area right there, and I keep saying I need a table. Let's try it again. Dang it. Well, every kitchen has got to have a table. This is my outdoor kitchen. And I keep getting, it must be somebody else. It must be night shift coming in here and messing things up. They are making it terrible in here. So I need a door too. Maybe if I put a door on my outdoor kitchen, it'll keep people out. I don't see a door. Nope, no door. Dang it. But what I do see here, is the tiniest little bit of a bean sprouting out of here. Rattlesnake bean. Yes, the rattlesnake bean bucket is starting to come alive. Yep, frost is gone. We've got plenty of water. This is about to be booming. And something else here. At the end of the day, looky here. Oh, I'm about to bust my butt out here. Look at all these little marbles coming up around here. Just as I told you they would. Yes. So now it's time for a little bushcraft action. We're going to bring in that trellis. Yeah. Follow me. We'll cut down something. All right. It's the next day now. And I've cleaned up a little bit out here. Just a little bit. This section in here. If I ain't got a door, if I ain't got a table, at least I can clean up a little bit. Yeah. Got some, gonna keep my onions growing in the kitchen fresh where I can use them one day. Yeah, you can do the same thing. On your windowsill or in a window box. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna strip the leaves down off of there. Remember, that's that bag of potting soil. That's the bag from it. I don't throw things away. That's going to come in handy. This gravel in my kitchen, that's my kitchen floor. I want to keep it clean. Now, if you're from the country, you value keeping your gravel clean. But we've got a saying in the South. If you want to grow grass, plant gravel. Anywhere you plant grass. Anywhere you plant gravel, you're going to have grass. Look at the bean. Nicole's bean bucket. Yeah, the beans coming on up. Little marbles. They're about the same shape. It's just the next day. So I'm going to get the Joby. Here's a little tip for you. I'm always misplacing this thing. So I got a little piece of rope, tied it around the Joby, wound it up around the Joby, and then hooked it to a carabiner. Now it's always on my belt loop, until I'm ready to go. I've always got it with me. Keep losing that little booger. Yeah. So we're going to take you, and let's see, we're going to set you right about there. Yeah. So hang on. All right. I've got these whittled out. Got them stripped down now. I've got all my leaves. And I haven't bothered debarking the whole thing. The reason I've done this is because I don't want it to try to root in that container. So I've stripped off enough of this to bury in the ground, and hopefully it won't try to root. Little things like that go weird. You've got trees rooting where you don't want them to. Or maybe you do. There are many ways to let trees and other forms of natural plant life to help you build things. There's an entire architectural field that's devoted to just that thing. It's pretty exciting having buildings and houses that are made of living trees as the skeletal framework, or even walls. Look at my fingers. Yep, you've seen them green. Red red when I made Wilson. Now you're seeing them green. Yeah, green and red. Two pretty colors I love. Well, let me quit talking and we'll get to this whole making a trellis. What I'm using here is honeysuckle. I've got lots of honeysuckle here, and that makes an excellent little twine to use. Now, it won't be durable forever, but I think it'll be durable enough for the sweet peas to come on up and grab a hold of all that and support themselves. Let me show you a little trick though. When you're doing things with bushcraft, sorry for that loud noise, and it's like in the case of this honeysuckle, what you want to do is come in and in order to make it a little bit easier to use, just soften it up a little bit. In this case, this honeysuckle vine, if you just soften those fibers up as you go along, makes it a lot easier to tie. It'd be a lot easier for y'all to see if I'd keep my fingers in here, right? There you go. Just soften it up a little bit, and that'll keep it from being as snappy like that. See, it just snaps, you know, real easy. So let me get this finished on up. This is Homestead Aquarius. I'm looking at my pepper here, and I'm wondering, should I do any pruning to help its growth of my pepper here? It's been in the greenhouse for a while, right? And it's come out kind of tall and leggy. Is there a certain technique I should use to prune this so that it'll start branching out and, you know, be a little bit more full? Would that help it at all? I'd like to make it as robust as possible. Anything you could give me as far as tips wise on that, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, Robert. I apologize. I don't have a better pepper plant to give you a demonstration. I went around, as you know, pretty bad, sad-looking peppers. But I did find this one. It happens to be an autumn bell. And, you know, I trimmed all the leaves off. But let's just suppose that mine looks like yours. All these leaves, you see, I cut them all off. So these are those bottom leaves you have on your plant. That normally, to prune your plant, you should have done it, you know, when it was only about, you know, 5-6 inches tall. Your plant is a little leggy, but then again, I believe you said it was a cayenne pepper. Cayenne peppers are tall growing plants because they produce longer type peppers. So the size of the pepper pod determines how tall your plant is going to be. But anyway, you see this, let's just say this is the old leaf. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Now this is what I call the blossom head. You see the difference between the old leaf and all this little cluster of new leaves? I call this the blossom head. And this is what you want to cut off, which I saw on your pepper plant. It's starting to put on a blossom head. So that means your plant wants to blossom, go into fruit. At this point, you want to come right in here. You want to leave this big leaf because shoots will come out right from in between that. So let me see if you can see that. You want to very gently, just like that. See if that can focus. Can it focus? Just like that. Now, by cutting off that, it's going to send all the energy back into here, where all between your leaves is going to start shooting out side shoots. That's what I would do to your pepper plant at this point, is just cut off that blossom head. Here, let me give you another example. You see this pepper plant? See, I did it a long time ago. Can you see that? Where I topped it a long time ago? look at what it encouraged. It encouraged all new side shoots. All brand new side shoots. See that? This is all brand new. And that's basically what you want. And you see down here, even though this pepper plant has been through a tough time, as you know, look, it even wants to produce. So in between every leaf node that you have towards the bottom of your plant, it will stop branching out. So get rid of that blossom head, just like I did. And look, you see the blossom head? You see that's when you start seeing your blossoms, is right there. See that? And even then, when the plant is this size, I don't even want that, because I want it to send all of its energy down to here. Well, Robert, I hope that helps you, and good luck with your pepper.
Will it grow, John? I really appreciate that, buddy. That's going to be some great help to me. I noticed that you didn't have any leaves on the bottom, and those leaves, the new branches came out of those, so I'm going to trim those off. I want to trim to try to match it with these scissors, with these little nippers. I'm worried I'm going to cut my whole pepper plant up if I ain't careful. Trying to get it in the shot and know what I'm cutting. We'll just get that right there. And then that, we'll leave the rest of them. I hope I'm doing this right. You told me how to do it right. Now I'm going to see this little blossom right here. That's that blossom head we're talking about. It's starting to all bunch up right there. So I'm just gonna just get in here. Oh, this is tricky. Very tricky. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get it right there. Just right there. There we go. There we go. That may not be exactly perfect, but that, I feel confident about that. Took it off of right there. Those, hopefully that'll do what you're showing me to do, buddy. Thank you. Now I've got to tie this up to the post loosely, but thank you for taking your time out, man. I appreciate you up there in Cape Cod, knowing all about peppers. I appreciate it, man. What I did is got that pruned up now. Hopefully I haven't damaged it. And I cut off a little piece of that bag, of that plastic bag there from the potting soil, and use that to tie up the pepper. We'll see how that does. If I have to use some cloth or something like that, that'll be fine later. But I think I'm going to leave it here, right here and right now. This trellis here is going to let those little marvel peas climb right up. Now, look, they're already sending out little tendrils looking for something. You see that? They're going to find these little twigs and climb up here, all up this trellis. I'll even help them go where they need to go, like they're kids, you know. I'll help them out, help guide them a little bit, and pretty soon, this is going to be just filled up with sweet peas. This type typically gets about 1.5 feet, so this is way plenty of room for them. Now, wind may be a concern for me, because what I'm essentially making is a little sail here. All right, so I will have to watch that. We'll see how they grow and how tall they get and how full they get. And if I need to bring in some more support for it, for the wind, that'll be fine. And you see, the sunchokes are coming on up. They're getting bigger, and they're already offering all kinds of noonday and afternoon sun right there, because I'm keeping in mind all the factors in my environment, or at least I hope all of them. You know, the sun is going to hit this in the afternoon from this side, and those little sweet peas back there are going to have a little bit of shade, and that's what I want. This is some great companion planting right here. I hope it works out. Both of those species are supposed to get along just fine. And then I noticed something. I don't know if I've shown y'all this before. Not sure, but right in there, I've got the other red fuchsia sunchoke breaking the surface real good right there. Yeah, it's taken it a while. It was buried deep, you know, and had all the trauma of being cut and pried and poked apart in that one episode. But it's coming up. And the question of will it grow? Yes, it will grow. Sunchokes are beasts. Yeah, and that's going to be some pretty ones. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow, oh, I'm going to add something to this, I think. I think I am. I'm going to add something to this bag, this grow bag. It's going to be fun. I've got one experimental kind of growing thing I'm going to do tomorrow with this. And then I'm going to bring in an experiment that is that's been encouraged by Southpaw Davy. So he gave me some food for thought and some concern. So we're going to run a test on that tomorrow. So stick with me, and we'll make that happen. And so today, I've had my friend up there in Cape Cod, Dr. Pepper. Will it grow? He's helped me out with my pepper. We've got a trellis now for the sweet peas. Got sunchokes breaking the surface. Going to put an experiment in there. What else? I gave a shout out to Ashley's allotment. Yes, I did. Thank you very much, sir. This is, I guess, a friend's episode. Yeah, this is great stuff. It's amazing. Connecting at the speed of light all across the world. Let's not take that for granted. And let's use that amazing technological power that we have now to reach out to one another and do the very best that we can for one another. If we do that, that is what's perfect. If we're in there trying. Y'all take care of each other. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And I'll see you tomorrow from Homestead Aquarius. Good night.